It's time to make a nice treat here in the Crunch Time kitchen. And in fact, this one originates from Nice in the south of France. It's kind of like
I think
a
you'll
picnic
find it's
dish.
pronounced nice.
We are going to start with this nice loaf of bread here, which we're going to hollow out. Now get a grown-up to help you with this because we're going to use a really sharp serrated knife to just take the top off. There we go. Now once the top of the bread is off, check this out. Ta-da! It's like a little lid. Now what you're going to do is hollow it out. So use your little hands to hollow out the bread in there and pop it in this bowl.
As well?
Yeah, leave the crust. There we go. Would you like to get in there as well, Isabella? There you go. Take turns. Lovely. And that bread won't go to waste either. Make sure you don't go all the way to the bottom, of course. What do you think we're creating there, Isabella?
Maybe a bowl sort of thing?
A bowl. Exactly
Perfect.
right. We're making like a salad bowl, and it's an edible bowl. Well, that bread smells good.
Yeah, really fresh.
Very, very fresh. But you can use day-old bread for this. In fact, it would work better. And this bread in the middle you can use for breadcrumbs, or you could make some fritters. You could use it for some, let's say, pamperdou or French toast. But in this case, we're making something known as bagnat, or bath bread, because it's going to be bathed in flavour. Now,
And it's delicious in the bath as well.
It is. You can eat this in the bath if you're that way inclined.
It floats because it's hollow, so it's great.
Very true. Now, what I'd like you to do is we're going to start filling it with all of these ingredients, but before we do, I'm going to get Ardell to brush the inside of the bread with some olive oil to start us off. So a little bit of olive oil in the inside of there, Ardell. Lovely. That's good. You can be generous. Looking good. Now, what I'd like to do is start cutting the eggs. So, Nick, if you could pass me an egg, I'll show you how I'd like it to be cut.
Isabella?
Thank you, Isabella.
Laid that one this
Wonderful.
morning.
Excellent work. Now, we're going to use these serrated knives and chop little slices of the egg. Very careful of our hands, of course.
Alice is doing that.
There we go. So, Isabella, do you think you're up to the task?
I'll give it a shot.
Oh,
You'll give it
good
a
on you,
shot.
Isabella. That's
Lovely.
great. Here you go.
And again, as I say, sharp or hot grown-up eyeballs. You got serrated knives, you got slippery eggs. Watch those fingers.
Nice.
Now over here we've got some lovely ingredients. What is that?
Sun-dried tomato.
Close. That's some sun-dried or roasted capsicum. Next to that,
That's probably enough. I think you're ready for egg number 2.
some ham, and then of course some olives. I'm going to bring that over closer to you because we're going to start layering. Starting with a layer of the ham, perhaps. So pop the ham in the bottom. Excellent. Great job.
Great job on the cutting.
And the reason that these ingredients work so well together is that they're traditional ingredients from the Provence region of France. You might find them in a salad niçoise, for example, but also there'd be some tuna.
Alice, I hate to point out, but I think you'll find it's salad niçoise, but you're trying.
Niçoise, Nick. We'll keep going with that one. A little bit of roasted capsicum on top as well. Keep popping the little layers. Now, Nick, I'm going to get you to slice the tomato just as you are. So little slices of fresh tomato. You can see the tomato there is on the truss. Lovely and fresh. Egg looks like it's ready to go on as well.
Yes, Isabella's done a magnificent job slicing that all together.
Very impressive work. So, Isabella, you can do the honours. Pop a layer of egg on the bottom there.
So just layering it on top.
Great. That looks lovely. All right, Ardell, what do you think? Join in. Egg it up.
Put some tomato in there as well on top.
That tomato smells so good. Meanwhile, I'm going to whip up a traditional French dressing over here. It's essentially a Dijonnaise, so I'm using Dijon mustard and some olive oil. But you can see it thickens up and becomes quite fluffy. Check that out. Fluffy, glossy.
Oh, yeah, it's yum.
Yeah.
And I think we need some purple on top, girls.
Some dressing.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Some purple?
Ardell, do you want to start pouring a bit of that Dijonnaise on? I'll pop some of these black olives that have been pitted on top as well. And some basil, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basil.
Great. All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to close the lid. Actually, you know what? A bit more olive oil from a height.
More tomatoes. Maybe some more egg as well. If we
Yeah,
can,
why not?
Because we are going to squash it down.
We are, yeah. Just get it really nice and layered in there. We've
Ingredients in
still got the ingredients, so we may as well use them up. There we go.
Perfect.
Get squelchy. Do you like to get your hands dirty in the kitchen, Isabella?
Yeah.
Good.
Yum. That's looking great, isn't it?
Really good. Okay, you can do the honours, Ardell. On goes the lid. Now, Nick, I'll get you to hold this heavy pot for me.
Sure thing, Alice.
We've got some cling wrap that we've prepared earlier. That we're going to put onto this
Great
Wooden-
catch, Alice.
bench. Here we go, on the wooden board. And pop the bread on top. And
When does the game
girls-
of me holding end?
I just thought that might distract you.
Ah.
All right, here we go. We're going to wrap that last bit up. Isabella,
heavy,
do you want
Alice.
to wrap it? Okay, that's great. We're going to
arms are
make
getting
sure
sore,
it's
Alice.
nice and tight. There we go. Ardell, do you want to make sure it's really nice and taut in there?
Oh, good. Thank you. Light, isn't it?
And we're going to let it marinate overnight. And the reason we wrap it up nice and tightly is because the juices are going to start to seep out. And the final thing that we do to make sure that everything's nice and compacted is that we pop a heavy pot like this one right on top there. Oh,
Nice. That helps marinating? the
it
juices and all?
definitely does. It helps all of the juices absorb into that stale or crusty bread. And what you can do is you can take that and, in fact, pop something else into the casserole, for example, to the picnic with you, take it off, serve it out like slices, and you've got yourself a delicious picnic treat.
Oh, that was pretty fun, wasn't it, girls, to make?
Yeah.
I know what it tastes like.
All right. Would you like me to cut through it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see. I know, obviously, you'd let it sit for more if you're doing it at home. But we just want to have a quick peek at what all that hard work has delivered. Yeah. And the plastic is not too French provincial, so we like to take that off before we eat it.
We do. And now we're going to slice into it.
Oh, so crusty.
So crusty and delicious. Ooh.
It's a lot of anticipation, isn't it,
There
girls?
is.
It's been hiding for that long, and now we get to see it again.
Yes. It'll be great to see all the lovely layers.
Oh,
You ready to see it?
yum.
Check it out.
Oh,
Excellent. Great job.
awesome job.
Yum. You could say that is très bien.
Oh,
What do you think, Ardell? Ready to dip in?
Yes.
Isabella?
Yeah.
Je ne connais pas, as the French say. We'll go to a break. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Crunch time.